I wasted so much time the last couple days trying to get this stone to work here. So I'm not going to waste any more time. I'm going to do the scratch coat. I just picked this up. There's actually a glue that you could spread that would help it stick better. But I'm not even going to waste my time. I've already wasted my time enough. You got the tools, you might as well use them. Alright, I finally figured it out. I think part of my problem that I was having before on the durock is I wasn't applying the right amount of mortar. So I started making it a little bit wetter, and I just started putting it on there and just sticking it on and not worrying so much. My standards were too high, I think, trying to make it 100% perfect. I kicked my standards out the window, and I just went to try to make it just even work at all and make it look decent. So far it's looking great. So one thing I figured out that I needed to do before I went ahead with any of this is I figured out I wanted to color the actual mortar itself. So I went down to the hardware store and I got some color. So I picked out liquid cement, terracotta, and what I ended up doing was for one of these containers, this is a 10 ounce, I ended up mixing 10 liters of water. And so all I did was I just mixed it up, shook it really well, got it in my bucket, and so the first batch, one of these 10 ounces, I was able to do this much. I mean, a lot of it's on the floor, but 1, 2, 3, 5 rows I've done, 13 in total. So I'll be able to do just need 2 more bottles and then probably a bottle for the grout. It's a very dirty job, and unfortunately, it's like really humid outside. So, but this is another key, is a squirter bottle, if you want to make it happen. This is a paint mixer. Okay, so before I mix the mortar for the next batch, let me show you what I got going. So I'm using these little sticks, these little spacer sticks to work my way up. So as I'm working my way up, I noticed you can see these 2 blocks are not perfectly level with each other, not straight. So by the time I got to this row here, I put a straight edge on it and it was stepping. So what I ended up doing to save my stepness, otherwise it would have got worse, is I took a piece of corner bead from some drywall corner bead I guess, and when I first put my block in over here, I put the corner bead in and just went on top of that with my little spacers, and I had to pull the spacers out so that way the spacers don't go all the way to the back wall. I think that's why I started getting out of level, because these are at a bevel slightly. So the spacers are more or less here, but because I did that, I'll use my straight edge and we could take a look and we could see that I am almost back to being perfectly straight again. I'm really close to being perfect. A little bit here, it's a little bit of a gap. But for what it was, when I pull this out, you'll be able to see it. But the thing is, I saved it, so it's not going to get worse as I climb up the rest of this wall, the other 6 feet. Well, alright, let's go outside and mix some mortar. Remember, I'm I'm not a professional at this. This is just actually my first time doing this. I'm gonna show you a couple techniques of how I'm making this work. So hopefully it's gonna work in the end. Nothing will fall off, I'm hoping. So first thing I do, in case anybody's wondering, is I'll take the squirter bottle and I'll squirt my first piece. That's gonna be this. It's pretty warm today. It's the 90s. That'll dry real quick. First piece I'm gonna put on is this. Just a little tiny 8x8. And what I'll do is I'll get the back wet. I'm gonna butter a little bit of this up with my trowel. I'm trying not to be too sloppy, but you know, it is what it is, you know. Alright, but I'm gonna take the first one here, damp this since I just squirted it and it already dried. Put some mud on it. Okay, this batch that I mixed up is a little more wetter than the last couple batches. And the batch that I just whipped up is just going to be enough for one row here. Alright. Got a little extra. I'll take my spacer blocks that I pre-cut, homemade. And just going to stick it on there. And I'm going to keep it in line. This batch is obviously very wet. It's starting to slip already. Oh, look at a mess. Alright. Alright, backing that off. That's it. It's on there. So then I'll just take this little tuck thing. 3/8 tucker. Just kind of use it to press this around the back here. It's pretty easy, but man, what a pain in the ass. The other guys make it look so easy. Anybody else on YouTube, they're doing it, they're slapping it up on the wall. Oh, look how easy it is. It's not easy. At least for me, anyways. And that's pretty much it. Just take your time, try to keep it straight. I guess I'm going to try to use a level from now on. That's the easiest thing to do, so I don't have to go back and do this. Just put a straight edge on top as I go. And that's it, I guess. Line up the ends. So, see you in a minute.